Hi, my name is Marco. I'm a consultant passionate about communication, public speaking, and engineering. And today I want to share with you 4 public speaking habits that completely changed my life for the better. Let's start by saying that it's not me that says that if you are a great communicator, you will have a more successful life. And if you think about it, it's not hard to understand why. It boosts your self-confidence, it improves your relationships, helps you to build a network, and gives you a tool to negotiate. And those are a few examples, there's much more to it. So when I realized it, I wanted to learn more, of course. And in the next years, I trained myself adding new habits into my life. My motivation were that I wanted to be more confident or more successful, and I wanted to actually do something to improve my life. And I am a strong believer that everyone, or almost everybody, can improve their life by improving their communication skills. And the first habit that I've introduced in my life was to try myself. And what I mean by trying myself was that I forced myself and pushed myself to be in situations where I had to interact with people and speak to people. So talking with people, doing lessons, or leading a meeting are a few examples. And I have started by talking more and listening more with colleagues or friends or just people around me. And don't think for a second that this was easy for me. In some situation, I was too shy. In other situation, I was too confident. I spoke too much. But I think that this habit helped me to balance that. And I also think that this habit should be done because the whole point of it is to push yourself to interact with people. And to actually improve yourself, you have to talk more and listen more. While talking gives you the experience of talking to others, without listening and interacting with people, it will not be helpful. There's a word for it that is active listening. And what does it mean to become an active listener? So put away your phone, don't interrupt, and show actual interest in the person that is talking to you. Now I am more confident, I'm less shy, and I am feeling that I'm building momentum in improving my life. The second habit that I've introduced is to negotiate whenever I can. Just to be clear, you don't have to be an FBI agent or a professor or an expert in this field to reach a result. But what negotiation does is that it opens a window of opportunities. I don't feel I am an expert in this field because I don't do it as a full-time job, the negotiator as a full-time job. But let's put it this way. If you don't have the chance to negotiate, you will never know how it will end up for you. Let's say, for instance, that you want to decide to go out with your friends for dinner and you want to decide the place. Well, if you don't negotiate, it will not be possible to control the outcome. So just go with it. There are types and methodologies to negotiate, but the importance here is to understand the importance of this concept. And I have started by not giving away easy answers anymore and not giving up at the first offer or proposal, asking more questions to have a better understanding of what's the point to perform that action. And I have started to read about negotiation technique, anchoring, framing, and so on. But again, the point here is not to be the best negotiator, even though it's important to know your stuff about it. It was more a discovery of what could I have done and what are the possibilities in applying these skills. And the outcome for me was outstanding. So because I forced myself to speak and manage situations where I could have done almost anything, and I came out with something. So if you're watching this video and you want to be a better communicator, in my experience, I suggest you to try to find a deal and let's see what happens. Now we can pass to the third habit. Sometimes we feel confident with our knowledge, maybe because we are experts, but even though we know our stuff, in my opinion, there's always something that we can improve in our presentation, in our speech, or in our communication life. So what I actually do to be prepared is rewrite, rethink, or pay attention to details that the last time I ignored. Another great suggestion that I want to share is to use feedback to improve your communication. When I'm not prepared, my mind starts to wander to catch information that I already knew. The speech or the presentation becomes less clear, and my mind starts to focus on remembering what I have to say. And I think that is something that you want to avoid in any circumstances. Furthermore, if I want to improve the quality of my presentation or the quality of my speech, I have to study what can be said or how I can say it to be a better communicator. And we come down to the last habit, that is to play it along. Being a great communicator is, to me, is like learning a new language with all the things that comes with it. So I need to study, to exercise, and to do it every single day. The point for me is that since it's like a new language, you have to actually do it every single day to improve. That is what makes the difference between a native speaker or someone is not. So in my experience, being effective means to training yourself every day, reading about it, implementing feedbacks, or applying all those habits. That is why I transform the things I learned into actual habits. So to recap, the 4 habits are to try yourself, to negotiate whenever you can, to prepare your work, and to play it along. And they have helped me to gain confidence, be more prepared for public speaking, and helped me to strengthen my relationships. And I really hope that they can be helpful to you as well. That was all for this video. Write down a comment if you have doubts, and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. Hope to see you in the next one.